talking about Joseph, this picture was painted to represent when Joseph worked for Potiphar. Potiphar owned him. He was Potiphar's slave, but he was so great that he was put in charge of lots of things. But also, he was so righteous. However, Potiphar's wife, she was not so righteous, and she tried to get Joseph to lay with her. And if you know the story, you know that he actually left his coat and he fled. He ran and ended up being put in prison because she lied and said he was trying to lay with me. And look, here's his coat. I have proof. But that was not it. That was actually a lie. But he got put in prison, and the Lord continued to bless him because he was righteous. And because he had a special work for him to do. He needed to help the Pharaoh to store food so that the people wouldn't all die because there was a famine coming. Here's one other picture of, I think this one would be Joseph. Here's Jacob, also known as Israel. His name was changed to Israel. And he has 12 sons, and he's blessing each of his sons. So just that little teeny touch about Joseph. So Lehi has Joseph's words because he has the brass plates. And so he says, I'm a descendant of Joseph who was carried captive into Egypt. And great were the covenants of the Lord which he made unto Joseph. Wherefore, Joseph truly saw our day. This is Lehi saying this. And he obtained a promise of the Lord that out of the fruit of his loins, the Lord would raise up a righteous branch unto the house of Israel. So it's like Israel is a family. We're going to imagine that it's a family like a big tree with lots of different branches, which makes sense when you're talking about families because you have different kids, and then they each get married and they have different kids, and those branches just continue to grow. So one of those branches would be a righteous branch, and it's through Joseph. This one specifically that we're talking about. Not the Messiah, meaning the Messiah was not going to come through this branch, but a branch which was to be broken off. Like cut off and sent across the water to America. Nevertheless, to be remembered in the covenants of the Lord, that the Messiah should be made manifest unto them in the latter days, in the spirit of power, unto the bringing of them out of darkness unto light. Yea, out of hidden darkness and out of captivity unto freedom. For Joseph truly testified, saying, a seer shall the Lord my God raise up, who shall be a choice seer unto the fruit of my loins. He's referring to Joseph Smith. Yea, Joseph truly said, thus saith the Lord unto me. Joseph of Egypt truly said this. Thus saith the Lord unto me, a choice seer will I raise up out of the fruit of thy loins, and he shall be esteemed highly among the fruit of thy loins. And unto him will I give commandment, that he shall do a work for the fruit of my loins, his brethren, which shall be of great worth unto them. It's mostly this work, but it's also restoration of the church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Even to the bringing of them to the knowledge of the covenants which I have made with thy fathers. And I will give unto him a commandment that he shall do none other work, save the work which I shall command him. And I will make him great in mine eyes, for he shall do my work. Joseph Smith is great in the eyes of the Lord. He did his work. He did a big, big, important thing. Really important. In fact, we know from Latter-day Revelation that it's second in importance only to what Jesus Christ did as far as what it did for all of Heavenly Father's children. Okay. And he shall be great like unto Moses, whom I have said I would raise up unto you to deliver my people, O house of Israel. And Moses will I raise up to deliver thy people out of the land of Egypt. Okay, this is Joseph of Egypt. he actually knows about Moses also, who was going to be way down the line after Joseph of Egypt had died, and his children had lots more children, and they had lots more children, and that family became really huge. And the people of Egypt were like, whoa, there's way too many Israelites. We better get them, and especially the Pharaoh. We better make them our slaves before they make us their slaves. So we're going to get taskmasters over each of them, and we're going to make them work super hard. And we know that it was really heavy and grievous to be born, the tasks that they were given in their life that they had. It was just really hard. So Moses was sent to deliver them. And I'm thinking you probably know about Moses. Verse 11, last one. But a seer will I raise up out of the fruit of thy loins, and unto him, we're back to talking about Joseph Smith, unto him will I give power to bring forth my word unto the seed of thy loins, and not to the bringing forth of my word only, I stuck an extra word in there, and not to the bringing forth my word only, saith the Lord, but to the convincing them of my word, which shall have already gone forth among them. The Book of Mormon absolutely does cause us to say, the Bible is true. I know the Bible's true because it's testified of in here, and the truths that are within this reflect the truths that are within the Bible. So yeah, awesome, huh? When I read that part about when he's prophesying about Joseph Smith, and he says, he shall be esteemed highly among the fruit of thy loins, I think about the song we have that's called Praise to the Man. Do you know that song? Praise to the man who communed with Jehovah. That's a song of praise about Joseph Smith and all he did for us. He was a prophet, and we have a prophet now. We have, ever since he was here, we have always had a Latter-day prophet. And today it's President Nelson, and he's going to be talking to us in just 4 days. It's really exciting, and I hope that you are getting ready to listen. I hope that you're like asking yourself some questions and telling Heavenly Father some things that you're hoping you will learn and experience, and get questions that you'll have answered at General Conference this weekend, because I'm telling you that if you go with those questions prayerfully, they will be answered. It may not be the very first time you watch, at least I've had that experience where I was like, I didn't actually get all my questions answered, because I tried to write them down beforehand. And I was like, I didn't get every question answered, but when I went back through and I started just reading and studying the talks, I was like, whoa, this is an answer to that one question that I didn't get answered yet. I just didn't catch it the first time. So maybe you should write them down. Okay, I will talk to you in a couple days. Take care.